Hey, it's Ronnie. This is a 1984 Ford F-150 with the 4.9 radiators. Bad, so I had to get a new radiator. Now I'll show you my dilemma. You can see in here, got the oven out. Okay? Well, guess what? From 1984 to 1985, they changed from 84 was the last year they used a dual-core copper radiator, which was smaller and heavier, and they went to an aluminum single-core radiator, which was bigger and lighter and different mounts. The old radiator just sat down in the cradle down here on rubbers and had clamps up here. And see the side of the hole. The new one has brackets that, well, I'll tell you. Here's the old radiator that's shot, okay? Why don't I just buy an old style? $650 for a copper one. That's why, if you can find one. Said it might be a month till I could find one, the bottom one here. Here's the new style they did in 85 on up. Plastic with aluminum. Instead of just sitting in the cradle, you got bolt holes up top, there, and here, that mount into the top rail up here, and over there on 85, but that whole radiator support, this whole front piece is different. So I got to modify this old one to be like the newer one, okay? So to match them top holes, I'm going to have to drill holes through in here, and over there about the same angle, I'll get it marked out, and basically put a bolt in and weld it, or a nut, and weld it with a hole drilled through so I can put a bolt through to hold the top. It has little rubber bushings. These go in there, you pop it out and force them in, and you put the bolts to hold the top on. But you can't just let it hang because it'll break these ears off. These are the other big weight carrying AOs. There and here. So I'm going to have to make a bracket, weld it to down here, and then I measured it out. This one is about the same size. They just cut all this out. And then down in here, if you can see where I'm pointing, I'm going to have to weld, well, it'll be way down there toward the bottom. Okay? Same as over there. Sun's in the way. Shoot it from this side. Down there. And the same down here. I got to make some brackets that'll stick out that those will slot down into. So I found this. I got steel everywhere. That's electrical stuff. I'm going to take and cut a chunk like this, weld it on, and maybe brace it. But I'll have to cut this little lip out of here. But then it'll fit exactly down in here if I put a piece of rubber around each side. So I'll cut a chunk like A big. That'll be sticking out. But I got to get the top holes figured out first. Like I said, I have a feeling I'm going to end up drilling a hole through here and just put a bolt through it. I don't know if I can get to it with a wrench. If I can get to it with a wrench from the back side, I'll just drill a hole through and then bolt it through. If I can't, I'll have to drill a hole here, as big as the head of the bolt, shove the bolt in, pull it down a little, and then weld all the way around it, if you get my drift, so it stays in one AO and it'll be like a little stud sticking out. The newer ones are flat here, and then there's a hole with a clip, and it's got a bolt goes in that way. But I figure if I just weld a bolt sticking out in a stud long enough, about there, it should work too, you know, come out yay far. I already had the radiator laying in here once, but yeah, I gotta gotta do that, then make brackets down here for it to lay on where these ears set, what I'm gonna use that other steel for, so they'll slot in this way like this, and be welded to the upright, right in here, well, right in there. And yeah, why am I not buying a new one? $125 compared to $650 if I could get one. So yeah, we got to go with the newer school stuff. But that's the plan. I got steel, I got my welder, I got my grinder with a cut-up wheel, I got my drill, I got to find some bolts that'll fit right, and we'll get after it. Hopefully in 4 or 5 hours I'll have it done. We'll see, but that's my dilemma. So yeah, I got to work with what I got. I ain't going to replace the whole freaking radiator support. I'm not going to spend $650 for the old style radiator. make a new one. Just do a little Ronnie fabricator. You gotta work with what you got, man. And I'll get her done. I got it figured out. I got an old 85. I thought maybe the brackets bolted on, but no, the whole thing is different and they're welded in too. So I got to weld in brackets to hold the new radiator. And I had to get a longer radiator hose because you see how much wire it is from there to there, there to there. Yeah, and the bottom one will work the same. They'll be in the same place, but this will be the driver's side, and that's basically that much farther, 6 inches, 7 inches wider. So, yeah, there's my game plan for today. I gotta get after it. It's 64 degrees right now. It's supposed to get up to 75, so that's why I'm getting on it, because it was running hot. Yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'll make it work. It won't be quite factory, but who's going to be in there looking? Nobody. And the radiator's going to be in the front where it's supposed to be. But yeah, I got to cut that whole hole out. This whole area here, I got to cut this out from here and down and over and make that as wide as the radiator. Probably clear over to about where my finger is at, from where, if you can see where it's at there. Well, maybe I can show you better with the sun shining that way. The sun decided to come out. It was in the clouds. Yeah, you can see how wide it is. I'll probably have to widen it 6 inches over there. I don't know if I'll bend that ear up and stick it out like that. I don't think it's going to really make any difference. Might just cut the hole bigger and call it good. But I could always cut a lip and bend it over. But I'll see. We'll find out. Because it doesn't have an AC condenser, and that's where the AC condenser would slide down into that piece on the original ones when they had AC. So, yeah, there you go. But yeah, that's the plan. Gotta get after it. I'll show you when I get stuff welded in, maybe before I get it bolted in totally, and show you how it works. But yeah, you gotta think out of the box. Think out of the box. I got the tools, I have the knowledge, I have the technology. We'll make it work one way or the other, alrighty? Alright, peace, love, have a heart. Have a heart. I will be back. I hope. I'm only planning on being gone a few hours, so hopefully I'll be back. Alright, ciao! This is Ronnie. Radiator fabrication support idea part 2. There it is. Welded in a bracket made down there. Welded bolt through and welded in for a stud up there. Had to cut the hole bigger. Cut the hole bigger over on this side too. Otherwise it was hitting, so I had to cut a little out down in there. Made the other mount down there where it sits in. Bolt on top. I just doubled on them to be safe because this thing rides so rough and vibrates. Filled it full of antifreeze in the water and had it running. It ain't leaking. I got it warmed up and I'm shutting it down and let it get really warm, you know, for a little bit while I just shut it off after it's hot and see if I have any leakies, but I don't. I just dribbled. But yeah, look, it can be done. Yeah, baby, and it is 4.5 hours later. I told you, 4 to 5 hour job, yeah. Now I got to work on a flat tire, low tire. It's got a nail in or something. Hopefully I can just plug it for now on the back rear, so I got to get to that. But yeah, there you go, man. Peace. Love, have a heart, have a heart. It can be done. Like that. A lot of changing, a lot of playing, a lot of measuring, but there it is. Hey, Mikey's hiding. Alrighty. He stopped by to say hi and he helped me out a little bit holding stuff. That was cool of him. But yeah, there it is. The bigger aluminum style radiator. Off center, like the R. But yeah, there you go. Alright then, I gotta go. I gotta get after that tire yet. Love y'all. I will see you later. God needs to let me. Yeah. Make it happen. And bunny ears -1 to the naysayers. There you go. Love you. Ciao.
Hold on, Roman.